Hello, and welcome to the podcast where everyone's a celebrity. The Everyone's a Celebrity podcast. Thank you for listening.
She called in and was just like mad because she didn't pay her credit card for 6 months and wanted me to like magically fix it. So I was just like, you know what? Like, I didn't cuss at her or anything. I was just like, that sounds like a personal problem.
we came back and he had like a new dent on his car like every other day.
Yeah, they be on Roblox and Fortnite. Whenever it's their birthday, the first thing they want to do is go to Walmart and buy like a
V-Bucks.
Yeah, like Robux and
Robux.
shit. I'm like, dude, you spent $100 on Robux. Like,
that's great.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening. This is Everyone's a Celebrity, the podcast show where everyone's a celebrity. Today's interview is a real treat. Have you ever met someone that you met at work and instantly became best friends? Well, Jordan is exactly that guy. I'm so grateful for our chance to catch up and joke around like old times, and even more grateful that you all get to listen in this time around. Jordan is a reserve airman in the U.S. Air Force, and all around a cool dad. Without further ado, Jordan Craddock.
when I saw that you were doing this, I was like, man, I gotta be on here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the excitement. I'm glad to have you on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But today we have Mr.
Jordan Craddock, man.
Yeah, all right, and Mr. Jordan is a accomplished reserve airman, loving father figure to how many kids do you have, Jordan?
I got 3 right now.
3, so
and no more.
no more. You done?
Done, man. It's too expensive.
Yeah, I bet. Especially today, I can barely take care of myself, man. My wife. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I came up here like with no gas.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the gas prices. I was like, I'll get it after this.
Yeah, for real.
Like, fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm. How old are your kids?
So my oldest, she's 13, and then my second oldest is 8, and then my youngest is 2.
Oh, okay.
So it's a kind of good age gap.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Is like your 8-year-old and your 13-year-old, are they kind of most tight?
Yeah. So they're like, kids nowadays, they're always like on technology. So they're always like either on their phone or iPad, like playing Roblox and shit.
Yeah.
Like
I was about to say
they
be gaming and stuff.
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah, they be on Roblox and Fortnite. So yeah, those two, they're
Oh, so they bond over that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Cool.
youngest one, she's still kind of learning, so
Okay.
eventually she'll probably get there with him.
Yeah. So it was a boy, girl, boy.
Yeah.
Or?
So
Okay.
my oldest is my son, and then the 2 are the girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's. Well, what's up?
Oh no, it's
No, they are they like for real like Fortnite kids? Like that's all they're like talking about, and like when you're taking them out, they're like, I just want to play Fortnite.
Yeah, my oldest one, he's like all into it, like buying like the skins and.
You got to get that Fortnite battle pass.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like, bro, you're gonna have to wait till your birthday or Christmas or something.
Did you? Yeah, I was about to say, is that like the main thing that you just go to now for like birthdays and stuff? Like that's like an easy thing to know. Like, all right, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Easy to find stuff.
Especially nowadays, man. Like, you don't really have to get them too much. I mean, I give them like a bike or something like that, so they can go outside and do shit like however. And like when I was a kid, we didn't have that shit, so just be out riding bikes or something like that. But
did you like when you guys like when you were growing up, were you like gaming a lot, or were you like outside a lot more?
It was a little bit of both, man, because like you know where Farmersville is, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I grew up.
Oh, okay.
It's like on the other side of Princeton.
Yeah, so it's
like a small bumfuck town. Like it's only like I think 3,000 people there.
Oh, okay.
But,
for real. Oh.
Yeah, like the whole population. So like when I went to school, I knew like some of the same people like from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade.
That's pretty cool though. Yeah, it's got its pros and cons, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we didn't have a lot to do. Go outside, get in the mud,
Right.
roll around, or like.
Even back then, I'm sure like because we had like dial-up and stuff, but
Yeah.
that was pretty hard to get out there. I'm sure.
Man, I don't even think I had dial-up.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I had internet until like after like high school. Like to be honest.
Yeah.
So everything before that, before like the internet was like GameCube or Xbox.
What did you like have growing up?
I had pretty much everything, man. I started out with the Sega. Like I had an older brother, so we would play Sonic the Hedgehog and shit like that. And then we got the PS1, like the first PlayStation that came out, and then the Xbox, GameCube,
yeah, y'all were
Nintendo
set.
64, like the Game Boy. So yeah.
Did you have any like particular favorites?
Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
Pokemon Red, Blue, Green.
Was that on the Game Boy or what was it?
It was on the Game Boy. So I had the game. Remember the Game Boy Color?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I was hooked on that, man.
Yeah.
As a kid, and like I would take that everywhere. And it's really, if you look at it now, it's kind of like the iPad for that time period, because that's all I did back then, man.
Yeah.
And then like trading like Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like I did all of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like when you said, I want to go back to something you said earlier when you were saying like it's not as big of a deal nowadays for them, I guess. Is it because they have more access to like so much that it's like a birthday, you just like get one or two things or whatever and it's like a day, like call it a day?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure. Like
I guess
it's just
more
the day
special.
and the age, man. Like technology is just taking over. Like it's kind of a bad thing because kids don't like to go outside and do stuff anymore. But I get it. They're not used to that, so they only know the internet.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
Whenever it's their birthday, the first thing they want to do is go to Walmart and buy like a
like a V-Bucks.
Yeah, like Robux and shit. I'm like, dude, you spent $100 on Robux. Like,
that's crazy. I mean, that would be pretty sick though, because like if I grew up being outside a lot, but I did game a lot too. So that would be pretty cool if like, because I didn't really ever invest any of my stuff, my birthdays or Christmases into gaming and stuff. I was always like just getting like laser tag and like, just fun toys and stuff. So
yeah,
that'd be pretty sick, just getting skins and
just getting skins and buying different like levels on.
Just having a bunch of like online currency. That's pretty dope.
Gonna start investing in like crypto and shit.
Yeah, for real. He's gonna be like, Dad, I need money for NFTs. Dang. So, do you try to like get them out ever, or?
Yeah, I mean they still like to get out. It's not like a hassle or a headache to get them out, but
That's
you have
good.
to kind of remind them sometimes, like, hey,
Yeah.
you've been on this for so many hours.
They
Like,
get lost
go
in it.
outside, get some fresh air.
That's good. Yeah, just moderation.
Yeah, I mean they still like to swim and do normal shit,
Yeah.
So
Well, so for the people that are just tuning in and everything, for that aren't just me and you, me and Jordan met when we were doing like collections at this company, very, very whack, and we kind of hit it off ever since. We've been keeping in contact, and when we even at Icor, oh shit, I wasn't even at the company. Yeah. You were saying you were gonna be, joining the Air Force and everything. So, how has that been since did you do anything in between Icor and that?
yeah, so like the last time I saw you at Icor, I think you already had left. I had stayed a little bit longer, and then I think that's right when like COVID, like that's when COVID hit.
Oh, that's right.
So what
in my mind, that always feels like it was like in the middle of it or something, or at the beginning.
It's like a blur.
Yeah,
it happened and then now it's gone. But I was there when COVID hit, and then I stayed probably like 2 or 3 months. Like,
what was it like after it hit?
So they were struggling to let people work from home, like, because they thought people wasn't gonna actually work.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Yeah.
Which I kind of see why.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they made us like work remote, and then after that, I actually like this is true, man. Like, so I got into it with the customer. That called in. She was just being like irate and just like disrespectful, you know. And like at that point, I was already up to here, like working.
You're done.
And I was already at home working there from home. So just that one day, dude, she called in and was just like mad because she didn't pay her credit card for 6 months and wanted me to like magically fix it. So I was just like, you know what, like, you know, I didn't cuss at her or anything. I was just like, that sounds like a personal problem. And like at that point, if they would have went back on that call, I wouldn't have cared, because I was done. I already decided what I was gonna do.
Yeah. Were you already like? How long was the recruitment process and everything from like start to finish?
So when I left there, that's when I talked to a recruiter.
Oh, okay.
And the recruiter is out in Denton, so that's the only recruiter I could go to.
Oh, dang.
So I talked to him.
Why was it the only one?
Because I think for reserves, for Air Force reserves, they only have one recruiter that can like help you get into it.
Oh, dang.
So yeah, when I left the old job and I talked to him, it took me probably like 10 months from start to finish to actually enlist.
Dang. So what did all that entail?
So you have to do an ASVAB, which is kind of like to see, like, I guess how, like, your aptitude and whatever.
Right.
I took that, and then you got to do like a physical, and then just a bunch of paperwork.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just a lot of red tape for 10 months just going through it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They want to make sure like you wasn't like in a gang or all that stuff.
Dang, really? They check all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
How do they even know that? They just check your background, and how do they know if you're in a gang? They look for pictures on your profile,
like
and
tattoos
stuff?
Or like your criminal history, stuff like that.
Oh, I guess that would line up.
Yeah. So which was like a funny thing about it is like I tried to join like a long time ago.
No.
So what happened back then, I had gotten in some trouble.
You tried to join a gang?
No, well, no. I tried to join like the Air Force.
Oh, okay.
And back then I was in criminal, like, not bad shit, just like misdemeanors.
Yeah.
So like they wouldn't let me in. And then when I tried to get in this time, which I did, but they were just like, I had to get like an approval, like from like a higher up to be like, yeah, he's good to go.
What kind of stuff did you have to like write an appeal or something?
Yeah, well, I had to like write like a memo saying like why I wanted to join and what it would do for me and all this and that.
Okay.
And
so I did want to ask you what were your like main inspirations for joining? And I know you talked to me about it a little bit before, but what was the main reasons that you joined, and do you feel like you still got those?
So really it was because, like, you know, I just wanted to join or do something that I knew that I was gonna not regret for me not doing, because I always wanted to join. And it was nothing like, you know, I need to do this for my country. I mean, yeah, but no, really. It was kind of more for like my personal gain.
Yeah. Was it for like personal growth kind of thing, or was it? It was more
for like the benefits, like more to kind of help me and my family, because at the time I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to put my foot down and try to, I guess, establish like a legacy for myself.
Yeah.
You know, like within my family, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Get like a good stable, you know, foothold on something. Okay.
Because I had nobody in my family that joined the military.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of I guess wanted to be the first in my family to do it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So how was once you actually got in? How was the training process and everything?
Really, man, it sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked.
I'm sure a lot of people out there have a preconception that maybe the Air Force is a little lax with their training.
Right.
Even myself, admittedly.
It is at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's way easier than like the Army and like the Marines, because like those are the people like that are just like gun ho, like, you know what I'm saying. But Air Force is kind of like laid back. But yeah, I was in training for like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And it used to be 8, but like I said, this was during COVID. So things were different whenever I went. But then like this is crazy, right? So COVID like was really bad. So if anybody had like symptoms of COVID, they would literally like come in the middle of the night and like take you and like quarantine you off somewhere. So I was like freaked out about that because if you miss training, yeah, I mean, it was not about like getting COVID, but just about like getting like taken off somewhere, and then you have to stay there longer because you're missing training, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I had this guy who like sat right next to me, or he like slept right next to me, and he ended up getting COVID. So like the people that are you like.
So let me see. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. So you're locked in a room for 4 weeks.
I missed basically half of my training.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And to be honest, and I'm not trying to sound like whatever, but like I don't think anybody's ever went to military basic training and missed half of it.
Yeah.
In a hotel room, and then.
Yeah, I mean there's no other like situations that would have really caused that, because even if you got really sick before COVID, they would have just put you in like the military hospital, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I missed like 4 weeks. Like keep in mind, it's 7 weeks long. I missed like basically more than a half of it. Like, so then when they finally put me back in my unit or whatever, I was just like, "Hi guys."
Yeah, really? Who the hell you? So what was that like trying to get caught up?
It was hard, dude, because we had like some asshole like drill instructor. Like every time, you know, we did like the marching drills and shit.
Yeah.
And I'd just be so off.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Craddock, what the fuck are you doing?" Like y'all know I was like out of training for like 4 fucking weeks. And that shit kind of sucked, man. But
did you have to have another 4 weeks, or did you like?
No, thank God.
You just had to cram all of the rest of what you could learn.
Yeah, basically I just picked up where I left off, and then at the same time I only had like 2 weeks left when I got back.
Yeah.
So I just basically just try to cram everything in and do the best I could, you know.
Yeah, it sounds hard. What kind of like was there any exams that you had to prepare for?
Yeah, we had to do like an end of course exam, and you know it was basically all in one book. So I just studied that shit every night.
Oh,
but it was actually nothing to do with like actually like marching and drills. It was none of that. So it was just like a written test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean the Air Force is lax, man, as far as like the training goes. It's not like we're like crawling like in mud and fucking. No, it's not like that.
Okay. So even like your PT stuff that you guys were doing, were you doing any of like the obstacle course kind of stuff?
Yeah, we just did basically like calisthenics, like just regular basic workouts.
Yeah.
So.
Do you guys do get like firearms training and stuff, and like you learn how to like breach and all that kind of stuff?
We did all that. We, you know, took apart like a M4 rifle and stuff like that. I mean, just basic stuff.
You guys are pretty heavy on survival training?
Yeah, we actually did a course of like what would happen if we were like behind like enemy lines and we get like a POW.
Shot down and stuff,
Like what not to say, what to say type shit. Like,
can you give us a little thing right now? Like,
so like basically what they told us.
Go home, Jack. Yeah, I'll get you into character.
This is no lie, dude. They told us like if we were behind enemy lines and got caught, and you know by the enemy, they don't want us to like spill like no type of information about like anything about our military. So they were like, would you rather, like one of the questions on there was like, if you're being interrogated and they're threatening to break your fingers, like what are you gonna do? Are you gonna give them information, or are you gonna let them break your fingers?
What'd you say?
I mean, I had to just tell them like, break my fingers,
You gonna break mine,
but knowing damn well I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm like, dude, there's no way. They want us to like die, die for our country, man. It's crazy.
They give you like a pill, like, all right, don't even worry about it, big dog. Go and just crunch this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the L on that one. There's no way I could do that, man.
Or so what do? You just like? Because I've seen in like movies and games and stuff, you just repeat like your name and your info, and like they're like, what's your mission? You're just like Jordan Craddock.
Yeah,
are you Air Force? Blah blah blah. This
that's it, dude. Just give them like general information. You know, nothing that's gonna sabotage or come back as a traitor or something like that.
So what is the situation like that? Say you're behind enemy lines, you get your fingers snapped off, and you have to, and you spill the beans. Are you actually like court-martialed if they save you, or like how does that work?
Yeah, you get court-martialed, and like doing that, I think they still have like firing squad for that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no lie.
That's crazy. Dang. Okay, so they ain't playing about it.
I don't know if you heard about this kid. He was like Air Force Reserves. I think this happened like probably like 6 months ago. Like he like got on Discord.
Is that the Discord guy?
Yeah.
He was in the Air Force?
Yeah, he's in the Air Force Reserves, dude.
Oh my gosh. So whatever happened with him? Like, is he still going through the process? Or?
Yeah, it's still under investigation from what I know. But he basically got on Discord and like leaked out like shit from the Pentagon.
Oh my gosh.
And then
just the flex too, right? It was just, he's like, yeah, hold on, I do have military clearance. They're like, no, you don't, bro. Screenshot her, didn't happen. Yeah, for real.
Dude, that was a struggle too, like getting the clearance.
Yeah.
That was the whole process of me, like before I even went to basic training, I had to get the clearance and all that.
So did you have to, for your, what's your like MOS, or what's your actual job?
So in the Air Force, it's AFSC, which is like Air Force Specialty Code. And that's what your job, like whatever code that is, that's your job. So mine's 2 Whiskey 111.
Okay.
And that's a weapons maintenance system operator. In layman's terms, you're just a maintainer for like a specific aircraft.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Can you talk about like what is it, the aircraft or the gun system that's like on it, or
it's the weapon system on the aircraft. So anything that messes up with that, or anything that has to involve with that, that's what we maintain.
Do you did you go to extra school for it, or is it like learning on the job? Okay.
So once you finish basic training, you go to your tech school and learn your job there. So
how long were you in tech school?
Like 3 months.
3 months? Okay.
Yeah. And that shit's like it's like college, man.
Yeah, I bet. It's a lot of crazy stuff you're probably learning. You get to work on any like A-10s or anything crazy?
No, so mine, like my aircraft that I'm assigned to is it's a B1.
So you only work on one plane?
Yeah, I work on just B1s.
Okay.
Which is like a bomber. It's not like a fighter aircraft.
Is that the heavy bomber?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's the second biggest bomber in the Air Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So what do you, what kind of stuff like on the day-to-day do you work on?
So as a reservist, you really don't do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more like active duty.
Right.
But whenever I go down there and actually work, like we don't really do shit.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, what is it? Are you like doing like guard duty basically, or like
nothing?
Yeah.
We just watch.
You are in reserve.
Literally, it's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I was gonna go down there, be working like putting bombs in like jets and shit.
Yeah.
But we really don't do anything, man. We just like keep up with our training. Like, you know, there's other training besides what my actual job is. Like we do like cybersecurity, sexual awareness, like stuff like that. You know, like if you're being like assaulted or some shit like that, just normal stuff. So But yeah, so kind of like a timeline. So I joined the Air Force in March 2020 and went to training for basic training like in November of 2020. And then my tech school was like from March 2021. So you think about it, like I joined in 2020. I didn't actually start until 2021.
Yeah.
So it was a long process of just training.
Man. So when you're, dang, I forgot what I was about to ask. Hold on. Should have wrote that down.
You know what else was crazy? Like I had like a torn meniscus in my knee. And I didn't know it the whole time I was in training.
Really? How'd you find out?
The whole time, dude. And for some reason, like, you know, I don't know if you believe in God or whatever, but like that whole time, like nothing happened to me.
Yeah.
To where like it could have prevented me from staying there longer. But
what do you think it would have like actually like prevented you from finishing, or would it disqualified you basically?
Yeah, they probably would have disqualified me. And then I would probably have to sit in med hold for like almost 6 months.
Really? Even if after it disqualified you?
Yeah, there was people there that got disqualified and they were still there like after I was already done.
Why do you have to stay there even after you, because it's just because like you're a liability to them still, like medically?
Yeah, you can go back and say, oh, I was in the Air Force and they did it, you know, type stuff. So they hurry up and kick you out.
Yeah.
But there was people in med hold for like almost a year. It was sad, man.
That's cool. No, man, that's a blessing for sure. Like, and I know that's something that you were wanting to do for a while, so that's good. And are you like religious, or do you believe in God? Do you think that was something that God was like looking out for you?
I believe in I believe in God. I'm just not like really religious like that, but it was just something I was instilled with, I guess. You know?
And I mean, when we're presented with stuff like that in life, like that's hard to explain. Like you shouldn't really have been able to do what you were able to do, you know, physically. So, you know. Yeah,
you're right. That's how I looked at it, and it was crazy. Like I got done with all that, and then something happened like while I was at home that just fucked it up.
Yeah.
And then I went to go get it checked out, and sure enough, like I had a torn meniscus.
And they knew that it was you've had it for like
I had
months.
It way before I even joined.
Jeez.
And I didn't even know, and like I was going through rigorous like exercises and shit.
Yeah. That
could have like prevented me, like that could have like held me back, but nothing ever happened until it was all over.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is it an issue for you now, really?
Not currently now, but like
that's good.
Kind of like before, like the last injury, it like bothered the fuck out of me.
Yeah. What'd you have to do to get it fixed? Did you have to like get surgery or? Oh, okay.
Got surgery on it, and then they were like, all right.
And so by that time you could already use like the VA stuff, or is that after you
That's
get
after.
out? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hopefully can try to claim it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of paperwork, dude. They want to make sure like you're not lying and stuff, which, you know, that makes sense. But
I've heard I just know a lot of veterans, and they have all shared stories about trying to get benefits and stuff, and how hard it can be and everything. It can be trying to get something from a shark's mouth sometimes.
That's the main thing, you know. It's not that you want to milk the military. It's like they're taking so much from you. Why don't you reap those benefits from them, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And like I wanted to ask you, do you have any, as like a reserveman, like do you have any, not even concerns, but maybe predictions or feelings about being, what is it called when you're called into active duty in the reserves? What is that transition called?
You mean like when you get...
They're like, hey, we need you. Pulled out of reserve.
What do they call it? I think they call it I think they just say like deploy.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't know like the exact term. But I've never been called like to go or to do anything yet. It really just depends on your job that you do, and then like your unit that you're in. So if they don't need you, then they won't worry about you.
So it's not really. I guess my question's like, with everything going on in Ukraine and just all the stuff that's going on that side of the world, and it seems like conflicts are ramping up. Do you feel like your job can turn more active soon, or do you not really feel like it's in a position where you're that close to?
It's kind of both.
Yeah.
It's like, with all that going on, there could be a high possibility that we could. But at the same time, like when I go down there every weekend, everybody's just so chill and relaxed. Like, I don't think they're going to be calling us anytime soon.
I feel like, is it almost like they just have to shoot down specifically a bunch of like B1s for you to have to worry about that? Even
it has to be like a full blown out.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be something where we're getting attacked for us to probably get deployed.
Right.
Well, like my unit, I don't know about anywhere else, but
yeah, I don't know about anybody else safe, but
I'm just speaking on my experience. But man, I hope not. I don't really want to go to war. I mean, that's not what I joined for. I just wanted to do my 6 years and just call it quits.
What is the 6 years? 'Cause I know I'm familiar with Army a little more, and it's the normal like 4.
Yeah.
What is the 6 years? Is that reserve?
Yeah, that's really what if a reservist would be offered is a 6-year contract.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
You go in like as you go in as an E3 instead of an E1 if you do the 6 years.
Oh, okay.
So that was a little bit rough for me because like when I joined, I was already like 29 years old, and then I was in there with people that were like 18.
Yeah.
So it was like a big age gap to where, damn, I didn't know like 18-year-olds were like this immature, And like I didn't want to be that guy, like the old grandpa guy. But you can really tell like the age difference, like with people, like, and just having to keep up with somebody 10 years younger than you, like that was tough for me too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it the physical stuff of like trying to keep up with the energy, or is it just the culture of you're around a bunch of like 19-year-old frat dudes essentially, like
it was a culture shock, and it was more mentally than physically. Like having like somebody else tell you, like, you're already grown, right? You already went through certain experiences to know how to take care of yourself. So having somebody else tell you what to do, like, I'm already 30 years old. That was kind of tough for me to kind of like.
Were they younger than you at the time? Like they were your instructors, or? They
were probably like either the same age as me or a little bit older.
Yeah, so it's still.
But they're talking to me like I'm like 12, And that took a while to get used to. But other than that, man, it was just a learning experience. Like, I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot from it. Like, while
why?
I was there.
Why wouldn't you do it again?
It's just too demanding, man. I had to leave my family, like my wife and my kids. They had to like figure out a way to like get them by.
Yeah.
And it's just hard on them. Maybe if I was single, then but
I feel it.
Yeah, that was the roughest part of it.
Did cause are you allowed like your phone and stuff during basic, or?
No, they take all that stuff away.
Yeah.
They take, well, except for my experience because of the whole COVID thing.
Like, that's right.
I don't think anybody can say that they've been to basic training and had their phone for 4 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad you're through it now at least, and better for the experience.
Hell yeah, dude.
They was it my friend was going to ask again. I wanted to ask you more about like do you think that there's certain things that would have made your experience a little better, or why do you think you had such a hard time with why do you think the culture is like that, I guess?
I'm sorry, what?
No, you're good. I was saying, like, is there any damn, now I'm forgetting again. Hold on.
Where did I leave my vape?
Did you leave it over there?
Can I go see?
Yeah, you go check real quick.
Yep, there it is.
Little ad read. Oh no, I did want to ask. Here, let me write it down this time. I'm trying to get into the habit of like writing my questions down so I don't forget, and then just like have like a big pause. It's easier to edit out too, or not have to worry about editing out. No, but I was gonna ask. So, how many more years do you have now? Is it what, like 3?
I got like, about 2.5.
Okay.
Yep, and then I'm done. I'm not re-enlisting.
I was about to say, are you excited to get out?
I am, man. It's crazy. Like, it's just too much. They demand. It's not that they want so much from you. It's just you can't like do certain shit. Obviously, like in the military. So
Right.
it's just not for me. Like to be in there for that long. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to do my one contract and
I'll be
just
good.
move on with my life.
Yeah. So what's over the horizon for Mr. Craddock?
Probably smoking a lot of weed.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about messing up a bomb, putting it backwards or nothing.
Freaking dropping a bomb on my foot or something.
Oh my gosh, dude. That'd be crazy. Do you have any like scary stories like that?
No, like it's just no, not really.
You just look in the corner, you see some dude tapping it with a hammer. I can't get it to fit.
No, not yet, dude.
Oh, I hope that you never drop a large piece of ordnance on your foot. Only two years from retirement, so you got it.
Yeah, man.
Well, what's in the books for the family and everything? Are you guys gonna be staying in the area for a while, or are you thinking about moving?
No, we'll probably be in McKinney for a little bit. It's just growing out here a lot, so
Yeah.
I mean, I actually thought about moving out like this way to like Melissa, because it's like still got everything you need here.
Yeah.
So
It's growing quick though too, man. I'm telling you.
it is.
Especially. Oh, what's up?
I was gonna say I didn't know like you were like in this area. I thought you were more like closer in the Dallas area.
Oh no. I mean, honestly, the traffic is just as bad sometimes because it's just one road getting in and out of like all of Melissa. And
Yeah.
I guess whatever else is up this way, Princeton. But yeah, it's not fun. Well, do you have? I wanted to get into what you were doing now for your work. So you said it's still kind of same realm, right? Of like what you were doing before.
Still remote. Basically, I work for a company that deals with like medical records. So like it's fucking boring as fuck.
Yeah.
But it just pays the bills, you know. So I'm still like answering like calls and shit and customer service and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I do now full time.
Does your the Air Force stuff look really good, like on your resume and everything? Like,
Yeah.
People are impressed by it.
Yeah, that's really kind of the main reason why. I mean, just to have that on my resume.
Yeah.
You know, just getting to learn different things, and like I said, like the benefits, like my kids can go to college and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Do they? Did you like? Do you have anything that you feel like kind of carries over with you into your jobs, even if it's like remote at home? Do you feel like more disciplined or anything?
yeah, I
from the
mean,
experience?
to a certain extent, you know, I still like one thing that I picked up that I didn't do before was just like making sure I did shit like the actual right way, and just have like a little bit more patience and shit instead of like freaking out or getting mad and shit like that. Just kind of think things over. So that's what I kind of picked up from the military, I guess, was just having a clear head.
What do you think made that made that come about, or like what do you think actually made that change in you that you were experiencing?
Really, I mean, just because like I was there like I said for like 7 weeks, so it was something that was kind of repetitive, like every day, that I didn't know I was picking it up on until I actually got out. And then that's when I kind of noticed, like, oh shit, well, I did learn something from there. But, you know, it was cool just meeting like different people, just different experiences, different walks of life.
Right.
Which that's something I wasn't used to being in a small town, you know.
Right.
It was like a culture shock, you know.
Okay. So getting back to when you were like quarantined, when you were in there, you know, you're in there for 4 weeks. Did it feel like 4 weeks, or I'm sure it probably. Did you like keep the windows open the whole time so you could keep track of the day and like the passage of time and everything? Or?
Yeah, it was you know, like people don't understand, like when COVID first happened, like it was taken serious, you know, like they didn't let us go outside, like we were just literally in a room all day. I mean, yeah, we could open the windows and stuff like that, but we couldn't go outside or like get fresh air or nothing, dude. And like I was sitting there, like we had like a calendar, and I would just like mark the days like I was in jail, you know.
Man.
It was
what did
nuts.
you do to pass the time? Like, was TV enough and your phone, or I'm sure it got. How long did you have until it was just unbearable to look at, and you're just like, oh, get this away from me?
It was probably like the end of that same week. You know, it's just repetitive, like
the scrolling and
like, I mean, yeah, I had my phone, but then I started watching this YouTube channel that kind of helped me like get through it. But
what was the channel? Or what was it about?
It was like this kid that joined the Air Force too.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of like how he made it through and all that stuff. So
it inspired you?
Yeah, that kind of helped me out.
That's cool. What was his main conflict of like, or like his thing that he was overcoming, or is it just like
in general, like stuff in general, just like having like bad people around you, like, you know, that are holding you back and stuff like that. Just trying to like find a positive about something, you know, just to make it through. So
what was the hardest like thing to deal with making it out, or like while you were in that quarantine? Like, did you actually feel like you were like losing your mind? Were you like hearing stuff?
I felt like no, it didn't get to that.
not quite there.
But it could have like.
Were you locked in the room, or was there like people outside of the door making sure you didn't leave, or like what was the
situation? It wasn't like locked in, but they still had people like watching, make sure like people wasn't going outside.
Right.
I remember this one kid, he got in trouble because he like ordered like Uber Eats.
Oh yeah, what did you guys do for food if you didn't?
They would just like come by,
just slide
just drop this tray
and knock and sprint away.
Ass fucking food, dude.
Oh man.
You remember like you remember this snack? It's like a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, like Smuckers. They gave me a Smuckers.
Dude, like that. I've never ate those before, but like during that time, I was just like, I was just like hoarding that shit. Like that. I don't know why, dude. It was just like a staple.
Yeah. It was keeping you alive.
I was like literally contemplating like, when am I getting the fuck out of here? Yeah. You know, it was just that wondering, that guessing, like that really what drove me.
You didn't have like a specific set time, or was it just?
It was just whenever they told you like you were.
Oh
good.
My god!
So it was just like the wondering, like that, like dude, did they forget about me or?
Yeah, for real.
And then because it all started, like I said, with this one kid that got COVID, and then if you're like next to him, whoever's on each side of him has to go in quarantine.
Right.
So I didn't even have COVID. They thought I like got exposed to it. So.
Do they know how he got exposed?
They probably got it. They said he probably got it before he even got there. Because they tested us right when we got to basic training. So.
Dang.
And then when I saw that kid again, I was just like, you motherfucker. I was so pissed off, dude.
Yeah.
But it wasn't his fault, you know.
Yeah,
it was just the guidelines back then.
Man, so yeah, that definitely seems like it would be probably the hardest bit, is just wondering, and every day is passing by. And so you were there for a total of 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Just wondering when you're gonna get out.
and then everybody else was actually training, for 7 weeks, like actually just doing what they came there to do.
And you were, I'm sure, feeling kind of left out with all that.
I mean, I didn't go there just to be in a hotel room.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, it was just an experience that, was humbling at the same time. I got to still talk to my wife every day when most of those guys in there couldn't.
Yeah.
So it was kind of it had pros and cons to it.
And to the effect of what you were saying before too, it's like maybe that was something, maybe if you were there for the whole 7 weeks, maybe your meniscus would have blown out. Or,
exactly.
Something like that.
And that's how I look at it too. It was crazy, dude. That whole time, going through all that, nothing happened. And then right when I was done training, then my meniscus blew out. And I was like, well, fuck, I'm glad it did it now,
Yeah. You had 4 weeks of use on it, and you had to use it the best way you could.
Just imagine if I was in there for 4 weeks, quarantine, and then that happened, and then I'm in med hole for like another 3 months or something.
They're like, yeah, you don't really know anything, so we're just gonna
just send you on a bus back home. Fuck it, you're done.
You were here for like what, two days? Yeah, go ahead, go and pack it up, bud. Oh, dang, man. So, other than that, is there anything else that really stuck out to you that like helped you get through, or did you have to like change anything about the ways that you thought, or did it teach you anything about yourself?
I mean, not at the time, but like retrospect, like like I've gained like a lot of resiliency with that, like mentally.
Yeah, I was about to say, I bet you're a lot more patient now.
Yeah, to endure something like that.
Do you go back to that moment a lot when you're like having to be patient?
Yeah, I always like bring that up every now and then to my wife, like how bad that sucked.
It just pops up at you, and you're just like, golly, that was a whack.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been worse. I could have had no phone, no TV.
Yeah.
So
was it like cable, or did you have like Netflix and all that?
It was like basic cable.
Oh boy, you were watching the Titanic like every night.
Watch Wheel of Fortune and shit. I was like, damn, dude, I forgot why my grandparents watched this so much.
Yeah, for real. I kind of miss me and my wife talk about that all the time. Like, I kind of miss having commercials, and not ads, not YouTube ads, commercials. You know what I mean? 2 or 3 minutes. Get up, go to the bathroom, check your phone, whatever.
Yeah. It's not the same no more, for sure, dude.
Did you have it like quiet at all in the room, or did you have the TV like on the whole time? How was it? What was it like sleeping in there?
At first, I mean, because the hotel, it wasn't like no 5-star hotel. So it was just like sketchy as fuck.
Really?
And I just,
in my mind this whole time, I was like picturing like a nice in a hotel inn or a Holiday Inn or something.
Think of like a Motel 6.
Oh no! They had you at the Quality Inn.
Like the ironing board came out of the fucking wall. It was crazy.
Yeah, them old fatback TV in the room.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, man.
Yeah. Did you get how was the cleaning situation? Because I'm sure you couldn't
so they did
somebody in a hazmat suit.
Just regular housekeeping. They just wore a mask or whatever. And then with laundry and stuff, they had certain days, like Monday, Wednesday, or Friday or something like that, where that's really the only fresh air that we got.
Oh, really?
We would just bring our laundry.
Oh, because you can do your own laundry?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So I would go when I didn't even have laundry some days just to get out,
Where you went to the laundry mat, or did you go to in the hotel?
Well, they had an outside building.
Oh.
That already had it was like a laundry room.
So I was the only time you could feel that wind. And, oh man.
I just made sure I went out there every time I could, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was pretty that was the hardest part about training. It wasn't the training itself. It was just that part of it.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just a little bit short of like, well, it is solitary confinement, but like you said, at least you had your phone, at least you had TV. But like, imagine if it was just quiet or even just screaming in the next rooms all day. Like,
it was just something like, you know, a lot of people don't experience that, you know, because it was like I said, it was during COVID. So I'm sure nothing like that is going on now. And then they actually changed it kind of like a couple months after I left. Like, they changed it to where, like, if you're in there quarantined for like more than 4 weeks, then you have to start over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm
glad you didn't have to do that.
Guys, man. They were still trying to figure it out, like the whole COVID situation, because it was just brand new, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So they were trying to figure out how long to quarantine, like where to quarantine. So after they figured that out, that was already when I left already.
Oh,
you know?
okay. Yeah, you're good after that. Yeah, for real. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did I already ask like what do you got? Kind of like I already asked like what do you have over the horizon? But I guess once you get out and everything, do you have any like business ventures that you're thinking about going into, or are you trying to like use your Air Force experience anymore for anything like that?
Well, I'm really trying to, like, you know, once I get out, I'll get my VA loan. I really want to kind of get into like real estate.
Oh, okay.
Since like I already have, you know, like the small acreage, but you know, that was like passed down, so I kind of want to add on to it and you know, start selling like property, you know. Kind of want to get into that. I don't have like a college degree or anything like that, but you know, I'm sure it's pretty easy to figure out once you dibble and dabble in it.
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine that does real estate, and he's doing really well in it. And he didn't go to school, you know, he just took the classes and everything. But yeah, he didn't have to go to, you know, college or anything, and he's making pretty good money, I think.
Like no degree. Yeah.
No, he just I guess you have to take the test, and you can sign up with like a brokerage or whatever, and they'll help you study. But it's pretty much, you know, studying for ASVAB or whatever. Yeah, but for real estate or like a test, just a course test. And
I've actually heard of that, yeah.
But yeah, because I think all you need is the license, and then I don't think you need to work with a company, but I don't think it's hard to like actually get with a company because they don't pay you unless you sell for them, so they don't have anything to lose really. Yeah,
it's like because you see how everything's growing.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's always room for like real estate or like.
Honestly, I didn't think that they would be moving so far north. Like you know, they were in Frisco and stuff. Like people were moving in Frisco when we were first meeting, but I didn't think people were going to be ending up all the way up in Melissa, and they're still climbing.
It's growing, dude.
Yeah.
This out here, it wasn't even like this like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So that just shows you how fast things are growing, like in this area. But
do you think Farmersville and Princeton and stuff's going to get really popular like that?
Princeton is for sure.
Yeah.
Farmersville.
No.
They're still stuck in the 1800s.
Yeah. You still have family out there?
Yeah, my parents live out there.
Oh,
That's where my land is at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I go and visit every now and then. But the only thing they have in Farmersville is a Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
And they just have a Sonic.
Yeah.
So like those are the only two competitions.
The true Texas staples.
Yep.
All they're missing is a Whataburger.
And it's a shitty one at that.
Yeah.
No, don't quote me on that.
Dairy Queen from 1865.
Yeah, but that's about it, man. Nothing. I don't get into like trading or like, you know, there's a bunch of business ventures out there, but I really don't try to get my mind wrapped around and all that.
Yeah, it can kind of blow your head off with all the stuff out there.
Yeah. People want to do this, do that, or whatever. I just want to stick to what I know.
Yeah.
And just try to like, you know, help out or do the best I can. So like I was telling you earlier, like when I heard you starting this, like I just kind of wanted to be on it, dude, because I respect that.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know people listening, you know, they're going to get a lot out of hearing this and hearing your story and everything, and that's what it's all about. That's what I wanted to start it on. And speaking of which, do you have something or anything that you maybe want to tell people or get out there that you think that you want to see more in the world, or even just some unsolicited opinions you want to spew into people's ears for a couple minutes?
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, really, if you're kind of like older going into the military, I wouldn't consider like active duty, especially if you have like a wife and kids and stuff.
Right.
Because they're going to demand a lot, you know, for you to go around and do this and that. And that's going to suck, you know, leaving them behind. So I would say somebody that's like, you know, in the late 20s, early 30s, just try to do reserves. I mean, you got flexibility. You only got to go once a month. You still get all the benefits as active duty. And yeah, man, you just get to learn a lot, just different stuff. You know, if you want to try something different, it's not for everybody. I got to admit that. You know, it's not for me per se. But I'm just going to stick it out and just reap the benefits, you know. What
kind of people do you think it is for?
I would say like somebody that's like single, like still trying to find, like that doesn't have any avenues, you know, as far as like trying to like, you know, what I could say from my experience is like I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Because like when I met you at the time, I was, you know, kind of struggling a little bit. So this kind of helped me get a little bit more stability, more like of a regimen, like a routine and stuff like that. So
it's almost like, you know, they say don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's like doing that kind of gives you more baskets.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without you even really knowing it, you know, you don't really know what you're getting into when you join the military. So it's something that you kind of have to experience for yourself. I mean, this is just my experience, obviously, so it's going to be different. And it's not, I'm not speaking on behalf of the Air Force, I'm speaking on my experience, you know? So it might be different for everybody. You just, really one thing I want to say to people that are wanting to join is just get as much as you can out of it. Don't let them get more out of it than for you, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to tell you to do this, do that, but make sure you get the most out of it at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any little drops of wisdom that you could synthesize for people that are like, or from your experience with the quarantine and everything, like everything that you pulled through with your training and quarantine and stuff? Do you have anything that maybe you could pass along for somebody that maybe is going through a hard time or needs a little reminder of resilience or anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, this might sound corny as fuck, but just like stay true, like just stick to what you know, man. Like, you know, you're gonna have those times, whether, you know, quarantine or not, whatever the experience is, just always trying to like remember like that there's always the end of everything, like whether it's good or bad, you know. You just gotta look towards that light and just stay focused on it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say, man, because it was a struggle, man. And like I said, I had my phone, I had stuff to get me through it, and I thank God for that, you know, but it could have been worse. So yeah. So now I'm just focused on getting out, and like I said, getting into property, like selling property or flipping property. Kind of want to get into that.
Okay. Do you have anything that you want to like bring to people's attention? Like, normally I'm asking people if they have anything to plug, but I feel like I should ask like if there's anything else like that they want to even bring attention to, like just charities or like good movements that you want people to think about or anything like that. Like, is there anything that jumps to mind, or just, hey, you know, spend time with your kids, you know, something like that?
Yeah. This is something I'm currently trying to get into now. Is like taking care of your body, like eating good and like, you know, whatever. Because like in my family, like I have like diabetes and stuff runs in my family, and like, you know, my wife, she's actually type 1 diabetic. So you know, eating healthy and just being healthy for your kids, being around longer is what you want to strive for.
Right.
So just taking care of yourself, man. It's hard to nowadays when you can go to McDonald's and get a fucking McDouble for $2, but it blows my mind that something healthy can be so much more expensive than trash, you know?
And it's almost like you have to, it's kind of like an investment, because you can eat out for a pretty reasonable price and eat like crap for, 3 weeks, or you can shell out a bunch of money all at the beginning and then make some pretty relatively healthy meals, but you just gotta, it's a lot more effort.
Yeah, I agree. Is it are you still doing that?
Oh, vegan?
Yeah. You kind of got me into that, honestly.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I haven't been doing it faithfully or the right way, but I'm conscious about like what I eat now. So.
Yeah, that's good, man. We need to go to the garden soon. For real.
We used to get like loaded like plates of
Oh yeah, I remember we'd be like, I got it for the $6.50 today, and then Jessica would come in and he'd be like, it's $8, and we were like, damn. She would get the same stuff.
Did they charge her more?
Yes, they would always charge her more, dude. It was like until like one of the last months that we were there. But we would walk in and they would be like, yeah, it's like $5.50, $6.50. She'd pull up, they'd be like, it's like $8.75 or something.
I'm like, damn, dog.
She was like, how much did y'all pay? We were like, $6. She was like, what? I was like, dang, man.
Have you been talking, have you been like reaching out to her?
No.
Really?
I mean, I remember like the last time we even talked about her, or last time I talked to her was around when I was talking to you, and I was like, oh, she's just not even like, she's like, oh, you guys are low level, entry level employees now.
I remember that, dude. That job was all about, it was really about politics, man.
Yeah, for real.
Like ghetto politics.
Politics. For real.
People were just trying to like climb the ladder, and it's just like, dude, that's
what kind of ladder are you climbing, my guy?
The dead end ladder.
The ladder's on fire at the bottom.
You're just a paycheck, my guy.
No. Go crazy. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh man.
But the garden, dude, we gotta hit that place up.
Yeah, I showed Sarah that probably because I remember I thought about it. Wait, Sarah, did we ever go there when I worked at Icor? The garden? Or did we go later? Did I, like when I first showed it to you?
Later.
Yeah. I was like, no, we gotta, I gotta show you this. It's still, and that was the thing too, dude. Like when Corona started, they stopped doing the buffet. So you couldn't even like, you had to order from like the menu, and it wasn't even like, cheap anymore. So you, instead of like doing the, $6, $7 buffet, you're doing 15 for an entree. Well, it was still good. Yeah, it was still good, but I didn't know any of the stuff. I never ordered from the menu, so I didn't know what anything was called. And we ordered from it a little bit, but they just started doing it maybe like a year ago.
So then, like, you just can't go in there, and it's not like a free-for-all anymore?
No, now it is. But before, in COVID, it sucked. It was, I would be calling them like every other month, like, you guys doing the buffet yet? They're like, not yet.
Y'all doing the buffet today?
Yeah, for real.
Hey.
Like, they know my voice. I'm telling Sarah, like, no, you have to call them, please. They know my voice.
I used to go in there and just be like, just slapping stuff on there, dude.
For real. Not even knowing half of it. You just know it's going to be good.
I know. I used to get like the butter naan and all.
Yeah. Garlic naan, butter naan.
Do you remember the guy's name or no?
Oh, no, they're still up there. I think the main manager, I stopped seeing him a few months ago, but I still see the tall dude every now and again.
What about like the bald guy?
I haven't seen him in a minute. Yeah.
Remember, he used to be like the main guy.
Yeah.
Now he'd be like so like he'd give you like this face. Like,
just strict and like I don't know how to describe it. Yeah.
It's like your card didn't work. Yeah, I was struggling, dude.
For real. That was, man, yeah. And
I'd be like bugging you, like, can you spot 5 on Chime?
Oh yeah, I remember that, dude. That place was. I mean, if you needed some food and you didn't have much money, like anything, you could go to Quick Trip and spend more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
on a lunch,
facts.
like. I remember that's how people started finding out about it, because I'll be coming back every day at lunch, this fat ass platter with 2 pieces of naan and the soup.
It was like goated, bro.
For real.
That was a goated restaurant.
I put so much weight on eating all that damn rice every day. Every day.
That was majority of my plate.
Yeah.
It was rice, but I would have other stuff on top of it.
Just slam a bunch of curry on top.
So like masala and all that.
Yeah. Just
Dude,
getting.
You remember what was his name?
You talking about the Armenian dude?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it like Swat or something?
Yeah, Swat. Yeah, dude. I remember
he was
Swat.
a character, man.
Yeah, I still have that watch he gave me. I don't know. It's in
Really?
storage somewhere. Yeah. Freaking cobalt bust down. Fucking, I forget what it even was.
I couldn't read that guy, but he was.
Yeah, it was weird.
You know, seemed like he was helpful.
Uh-huh.
Like he would help people, but he still like had like an ego about him.
There was something there, because it's like it was too much that added up. You know what I mean? With like everybody was like kind of like jealous or mad because he was like kind of flexing. He was like, I got money, I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
But it's also like, if you don't need to be here, why are you here?
Yeah.
But then he's driving a really expensive car, multiple days, like coming there. He's got all these nice clothes, he's got all this watch stuff. So it's like, and he's talking about stuff that you would actually expect people that like aren't just bullshitting. Like, he's not talking about like crypto and stuff. He's talking about like him and his buddies have like an LED business and stuff.
Yeah,
and like it's actually stuff that would make money. So makes you wonder, you know?
He was talking about things that made sense, but you just couldn't like put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
You know? It was just like he was you know, it's like people like that stood out. It's kind of like what I remember like at that job.
I always like that. I had a realization like last night too, that so many of the people that I've interviewed so far have been people that I've met at work, or either met at work or been coworkers with. And it just made me realize how important that is to like have and find cool people at your job that you click with. Because I remember me and you, like, as soon as we talked, we were just like, this fucking guy, like, oh yeah, we're cool.
Just right off the bat.
Yeah. You know? I remember, what was it? It was like I think I like saw you like taking a rip of your vape or something, or like, it was something. And we like both cracked up, and we were like, all right, this is cool. Like,
I ghosted that shit.
Yeah, like, I think you like ghosted, and I like looked over and like smelled her or something. You were like, ooh. I was like, you were like, you boof? And I was like, yeah, I boof.
Let's go.
Yeah, for real. I'll never forget when we were all chilling and like vaping and smoking in the parking lot. You had a cigarette, and the security guard was smoking a cigarette in the parking lot where you're not supposed to be smoking. And then he comes, finishes his cigarette, and then walks up to us, and he's like, hey, y'all can't be smoking out here, blah, blah, blah. And you just have it down here the whole time, and everybody else is like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, dude.
And then he walks away, and you just like see what happens when you're a cool customer.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that was the funny thing about that place, dude. It was just different, like, characters, like, and then everybody just wanted to be something there so bad. It was just like, this is a joke to me.
I've never had a job like where I was like actually actively like trying to see if I could get fired, like testing it, like really pushing the boundaries, like, and that never happened. I was like, well, I remember I like called in and then like no showed for like a week, and then they were still like, they like pretended to fire me, and then they called me back and they were like, so you still want to come work? I'm like, no, I don't want to come work.
Didn't you like stop coming in and then you came back?
Yeah, they did.
I was like, damn, man, where's Quiz at?
Yeah, for real.
Remember, I was like, where's Quiz?
Quiz and Craddock.
You had to be part of the core, dude.
Yeah, for real. Join the core. The core, you know, you might leave the core, but the core never leaves you. It's something that takes a piece of you with it.
Do you ever know what happened to that place or no? I drove by there like...
Yeah, I've driven by, but I've never actually seen the building, so I don't know. I don't even know if it's still open.
Probably not.
I would be surprised, honestly. I'm like, there's no way they're like profitable.
No.
I don't know.
There was like people like stealing like people's debit cards and ordering pizza and shit.
Oh my god, dude!
Like you working at a
Remember
credit
that
card.
dude ordered shoes in somebody's car. He stole somebody's like default credit card, no less, and like ordered some Jordans with it.
Oh my god, dude.
That's wild, man.
That's how you know you can't put a bunch of like criminals in a credit card company and like collections. These people are like in debt and you're like taking their credit card. That's fucked up, dude.
I forgot that dude ordered the pizza, man. He ordered like Pizza Hut. And didn't he get it like ordered to work?
That's the worst, man. Like you gotta be pretty like
Hard
really
up
slow
on
to do that.
For real. They're not gonna know.
They ordered like 3 large pizzas and like some wings and shit. Probably high as hell, dude. Oh my god.
You're like, bro, I thought you said you're waiting for your paycheck. Where'd all this pizza come from?
Man.
Oh my gosh, dude. And meanwhile, it's like this like giant brolic black dude, and the credit card's under like Whitney something, or I don't know, Maria Ramirez or something. Oh my gosh,
Just
dude.
stuff like that. I won't ever forget like just silly shit like that. You know?
And there was plentiful. It was like every day there was like a new story arc or just some crazy shit going on.
It was just so ghetto.
Yeah.
It was just
It was always loud.
loud, man.
Loud.
Like somebody's just coming up to you like, ah! I'm just
Yeah,
like,
for
damn,
real.
man, like just chill. You know, I come from like, you know, I'm not a city guy. I'm not a city person, so there was just a lot of interest that I didn't really care about at that place. So
Yeah.
I couldn't like really click with a lot of people there, you know.
Yeah, it's usually that's usually how it is. It's like 1 or 2 people, like 3 max. But like these are, you know, we haven't seen each other in like 3 years. And the buddy I talked to yesterday is like 5 or 6 or something, like going on like dang near 7. But it's cool how you can stay in touch with people like that. It's like trauma bonding, honestly. It's places like Icor or something. It's like just
He's like share like PTSD from that place.
You just laugh at it, you know. You got all those like inside jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
You'd be getting freaking blitz, dude, in between on those little 15 minutes in the car. It's absolutely fucking slammered, man.
Like somebody would call in, I'd just be like, they'd like spill their beans, and I'd just be like, huh?
You remember that, because you'd be like auto dialing. If you'd be dialing out, I would just be having my shit on mute, just blaze, going frog-eyed. And so I'd pick up, like, hello? Hello? And I'm just sitting there. They hang up and it dials the next like 20 calls.
I mean, it's like they didn't care.
No,
you know?
they
They
didn't.
didn't care at all.
It was crazy. That actually, like, I had to like undo a lot of stuff, like bad worth ethic from Icor, because I just let so much of like my normal standard slip. So I had to like kind of get readjusted after that.
that place made you.
Yeah, it really did.
Without even knowing it, until you're kind of like, damn, man, that was shitty. Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Just, I guess you never know how low the bar can go until you get there.
Right.
For expectations with a job. No, there really were none. I remember I was like the first few times I'd be so sketched about the security guard and stuff. Like,
yeah.
First of all, that should have been red flag number 1 right there. That damn security guard. Like, I still see that dude. You know that, the short Mexican dude. Like to this day, I'll still see him around Dallas. Like,
really?
At my jobs and stuff. Yeah, like he worked at the place that's over like Bella Green. I don't know if he's still a security guard, but like to this day, I'll still run into him. Huh?
At where?
75 and Walnut Hill is this restaurant I used to work at called Bella Green, and it's like kind of like a shopping center like this, but it's more of like chiropractic.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was, working there. I work in one of the restaurants there, and just see him driving around. He was one of the security guards then. But I saw him there. I saw him at like at least 2 other jobs that I've been at. Yeah, it's crazy.
So he was like getting around out there then.
Yeah. For real. So every time I see him, we catch up and stuff.
You can't knock the hustle,
Yeah.
Like,
I'm telling you, man, the core, it's a family. We're a family. Yeah. Once a Korean, always a Korean. Oh my gosh. Or all those PowerPoints, they would be just putting Q in front of everything.
And they like their own damn language up there.
Yeah. What do you got planned for the rest of the day? What's your day look like?
To be honest, dude, I'm probably just gonna lay my ass back down and
feel it.
Probably watch YouTube or something.
Yeah. What do you be watching nowadays?
I'd be watching everything, dude. I'd be watching like there's this one video game called DayZ.
Oh yeah.
It's like a survival. I watched like people gameplay that.
Yeah. Do you play anything right now? Or like
DayZ.
Oh yeah. You can play it. What do you have again?
I have a PS4.
PS4?
Yeah.
I think DayZ is cross-compatible, but even still, there's some stuff on there we should definitely play, because I know there's like...
Have you heard of PC?
I have an Xbox. So I know we can play like Minecraft for sure.
Yeah.
You ever play?
Yeah, I play that.
What is it? Have you ever heard of Enlisted?
No.
It's like this free-to-play World War II shooter, but it's like it's kind of like Battlefield, where it's like huge, overarching.
PvP?
Yeah, it's PvP. It's like really, really big maps. And
what
like
are you
and
mainly on right now?
Playing?
Yeah.
I just started getting back into Forza 5, so I've been playing that a little bit, and then a little Minecraft, and I've been playing The Witcher 3 again.
Yeah.
I just got done because I was in a milsim in DayZ for a little bit because I was watching all those videos. Is that like the kind you're watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of milsim.
Yeah. So I was in a DayZ milsim for a while, but it was kind of
toxic.
Yeah, it was really toxic, but it was fun for a while. Like a lot of the aspects of it, and if you can find a cool one, it's really cool because like you like code in the bases and you have like Humvees and stuff. Like
it's really like detailed and articulate. Yeah. And it's fun when you play with the right people.
There's I'm trying to think if there's something that's like cross-platform that we could play like that. I play a lot of Breakpoint, Tom Clancy. Yeah. Breakpoint and Wildlands.
I've heard of all those. Yeah. I just never got around to it that much.
Yeah. You need to trade for an Xbox.
Nah, I can't go to that side. I want a PC, but to be honest, I really probably wouldn't have time as much as I think I would be.
That's how I'm starting to feel about it nowadays, because like, as much as I want one, I feel like most of the time, because it seems like gaming just takes so much time up on one.
It does, man.
And like, you got to mess with the files and all that. And
especially for PC,
yeah.
It's a lot that goes into it, man. You gotta, and it's like even when you have all that stuff, now you gotta find like the right people to play with.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have PC or.
I feel like most people are on PC now. Like I feel like me being on Xbox is kind of limiting me more now, you know? Like, I think everybody's like making the switch to PC. It seems like it anyway.
Same for me, yeah.
I just want to download mods. That's the thing for me. That's the only real draw is like modded Minecraft, modded whatever.
That's the best part about it, is just the mods.
Yeah.
Modded GTA.
Yeah.
For sure.
I guess it's just like not even necessarily just like the role play ability, but just like you can kind of tweak it, and there's like, if you have an idea for some kind of like game mode that you wanted to do, somebody's probably already made it.
Yeah,
you know? And
exactly.
so it's just finding it. That's what I like about it.
It's all about about creativity. Like people are just like in a dungeon somewhere, just being creative, like coming up with stuff.
Yeah. You ever? That's the other reason I really would only want a PC is I want to get into like VR. I really want one. Like,
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever used one or anything?
I'm familiar with it. I've never tried it or wanted to get into it, though.
Man, I need to see if I can like introduce you to my friend Jack, because he's got one, and we need to hang out. Like it's so much fucking fun.
Really?
It is so much fun.
Do you know like the price of it or no?
You can get one now, like the Facebook one, the Meta whatever. That's a good one. I think it's like $300 or something.
That's not
like
bad.
$299 for like a good, you know. I guess that's like the kind of base model. You can get the full VR experience, and it's, you know, wireless and stuff. But I'm trying to get the games where like you have to like plug it into your computer to run it, and it's like, you know,
Like a virtual simulator?
yeah, like some of the ones they get pretty. I don't think there's any of them that you'd flip it on and you'd be like, whoa, you know, am I in reality or not? But they
I
definitely.
think there's some are.
Yeah.
I've seen some that are just like.
Yeah,
Like-
some of the newer ones coming out, right?
Yeah, I forgot which one it is, but it looks so like you could probably get lost in that for like hours.
Yeah, it's like the experimental one they've been working on for like 20 years or something.
It's probably that.
Yeah. I was watching like some documentary on it. I think I know what you're talking about.
I think there's gonna be some in the future that are gonna be mind blowing.
Yeah. Have you heard of like AR, like augmented reality? That's what like Mac's doing now. They have a headset where, so like VR is, you know, you put it on and it's a screen and nothing that you see is real. AR is like you put it on and everything, you know, you're still looking at what you're seeing here, but it's just like maybe it's like a virtual coffee here, and like you can basically print stuff over everything. So maybe instead of at Starbucks, we're at like a magical castle, you know,
okay.
but you know, everything, but we're still sitting on the chairs and you can still see it, but maybe it like makes the chairs look different, it makes the scenery look different.
Dude.
Stuff like that.
I'll
like,
probably like watch some YouTube on it or something.
Yeah. They Apple, it's going to be one that they're releasing soon where you
I've seen that.
can like switch it between, and it's a gradient too, so you can be like 25% VR, you know, 25% seeing what's in front of you, or you know, scrolling in between. But it looks pretty cool. Only thing with me is I'm not in the Apple sphere, so I don't have any of my files, and like I don't really have an iCloud or anything.
Yeah, Android.
Well, there you have it, everyone. Mr. Jordan Craddock. I hope you were able to share in some of those laughs that we had, and if he has anything that he wants to send your way, I'll make sure to send a link in the description. But other than that, I hope somebody out there was able to get a little bit of insight and that was able to help someone. But other than that, we'll see you next time on Everyone's a Celebrity.